He lifted me onto this, and as I sat there, he began to explore my body. I can remember the feel of his hand going under my clothes, lower and lower. I remember how I hoped that he would stop, how I stiffened and wriggled as his hand approached my private parts. But it did not stop. I remember resenting and disliking it. Every day, somewhere in the world, a child loses its innocence. As parents, we want to protect our children and make sure that they grow up in a timely manner. With the lack of parental supervision and undivided care, the child is more likely to be prone to sexual child abuse. Hi everybody, my name is Veronica, and today I will talk about sexual child abuse. In a recent novel written by Margaret J. Smith, titled Children of Neglect When No One Cares, states the most recent figures indicated that 879,000 of children were victims of abuse and neglect in the year 2000. Of these, 62.8 were neglected, 19.3 were physically abused, and 10.1 were sexually abused. With this being such a lower percentage in the sexual abuse part, we can see less attention and funding for this research. Growing up, my mom has always been gone to work, many times leaving me with her boyfriend, which was an eye-opening experience of how easily a child can be taken advantage of. Today, I would like to share some useful information that can help parents overcome the struggle between the barriers of them and their children. Also provide facts about the occurrences of child abuse and how you can tell if a child is being sexually maltreated. First, let's begin with some facts about child abuse. How do people commit sexual child abuse, and why do they do it? First, we have the people that tend to get close to the children, people who want to build a relationship with a child, caring adults who want to protect them. Many are good at making friends with the children who are facing sometimes on their own. On the other side, people can silence the children when trying to commit this form of abuse. People who usually sexually abuse children may offer gifts, treats, sometimes combine these treats about what will happen if the child says no or tells somebody else. They may make the child feel afraid of being hurt physically, but more usually the threat is about what may happen if they tell. Sometimes the abuser will make the child believe that he or she enjoyed and wanted it to happen. There may be other reasons why a child stays silent and doesn't tell. Very young or disabled children may lack the words of means of communication to let people know what is going on. Many people tend to become sexual predators due to their own background from either being abused themselves or finding an interest in young girls or boys. It is not easy to understand seemingly ordinary local thing. Some people who sexually abuse children recognize that this is wrong and it is not okay. Other people are totally fine with it. Some, but not all, have been abused themselves. Others come from violent or unhappy family backgrounds. Knowing why people sexually abuse children does not excuse their behavior, but it will help understand what is happening. Abusers face the reality and come forward, or some report some effective treatment programs are available. These help people understand and control their behavior, reducing risk to children and becoming a safer society. Now that we have examined ways children can come into contact with sexual abuse and the purpose of abusers doing what they do, we can move forward to studying the signs of sexually abused children. What are the signs of a child being sexually abused? Children who are involved sexually keep it a secret. Growing up, I had a friend whose father seemed like the perfect dad to be. However, little did I know that every time I see her at school, she would come with new bruises, not from soccer practices, but forcefully pleasing her dad to be. One of the biggest signs that indicate inappropriate acts happening to a child's life is suffering to approach these acts of intimacy or care for another person. This can also go other ways, and the child can become over another person independent from leading to in the long run. Depending on the age of the child that is being maltreated, the friends around the child would indicate if the signs of this happening are understandable or visible to others. In addition, we should all want to comprehend what a child is going through so we can help save their life. If we can pinpoint sexual abuse, we can help learn how to prevent the sinful acts. How can you prevent sexual child abuse? In Margaret G. Smith, who wrote the novel Children of Neglect, When No One Cares, sexually being abused. Noted in her novel, research shows that parents and caregivers who support the family, who have a supportive family, friends, neighbors, are more likely to provide safe and healthy homes for their children. By having a child surrounded by love and care, the child is less likely to associate with people that want to take advantage of him or her. They say that children who often fall into one of the victims is because of unbalanced family, or a child is not given enough attention, therefore seeks it somewhere else. Another credible source I would like to use is Child Abuse Towards a Knowledge by Preventions do not assume this form of abuse is only violence. What this means is parents, friends, siblings, whoever, we need to look past the stereotype of bruise marks and red t-shirts and understand signs that aren't physically available. This can be verbal, such as speaking inappropriately to the child, visual, which can mean watching pornography with the child, or emotional, which can lead the abuser to have feelings for the child. As members of the society, we need to contribute equally and partake in knowledge into something that may be happening in our very own home. In conclusion, I would like to state that this generation, sexual child abuse remains the #1 form of abuse that hides from being known. Many children, especially boys, fear the reputation they may get if someone figures out what is being done to them. Throughout the community, we should partake in programs and prevention programs that can educate us and the children about how to stop sexual child abuse. To close this speech, I'd like to end with an honest statement that truly comes from a personal experience. Help those that cannot help themselves. Thank you.